Awesome. It's great to be here. It's great to be here. The weather is beautiful. I now get why you all live here, because it's like this year-round. Unbelievable. Plus, it's an hour earlier than New York, so I get to start drinking at 9 instead of 10 a.m. Very Chicago. But hey, enough about me. We're here for the Democratic National Convention, so let's get right into our coverage of Indecision 2024. As of tonight, the DNC is officially underway, and to hear Democrats tell it, it's going to be a hell of a week.
All eyes are on Chicago. It is game day for the Democratic Party, the kickoff of the Democratic National Convention.
America's blue party awash in fresh optimism.
Everybody and their mom is trying to get the hottest ticket in the Windy City.
Frankly, it'll be like a rock concert. I think people are going to be cheering and pretty excited.
Yeah, let's go Democrats! You know, the dumber your hat, the more energy you always have. No one ever puts on a donkey hat and is like, you know what, let's stay in tonight. But of course Democrats are excited, because this is a chance for them to lay out their specific vision each night. And let's hear what you got.
New this morning, we are learning how each night of the convention will highlight her vision for the country. Tomorrow's opening night's theme, For the People. Tuesday will outline Democrats' bold vision for America's future. Wednesday, they're calling a fight for our freedoms. And Thursday, a message for our future.
A bold policy move by the Democrats. Tuesday is for the future, and Thursday is also for the future. How do you have themes that are so vague and then still run of ideas by Thursday? This is like when the Fast and the Furious movies ran out of different ways to say that the movies would be fast and furious. Too fast, too furious. Faster and more furiouser. The fastestest and furiousest. We get it. The car goes vroom, all right? But it's not all going to be as vague as their daily themes. The Democrats also released a very detailed party platform. And you can tell how much time and energy they put into it, because they forgot to replace Joe Biden's name with Kamala's. Yeah. And that's not just lazy, guys. It's risky. Joe Biden's going to read that and be like, gas up the Corvette. I'm going back in. But look, obviously there's going to be some policy talk during the DNC, but is there going to be anything that's more fun than that?
We'll have some celebs on hand at the Democratic National Convention. It kicks off today, and it's got a few notable celebrities that are actually set to host this week's event. So starting off, we have Scandal stars Kerry Washington along with Tony Goldwyn. They're among the hosts for the 4-day convention, as well as comic Mindy Kaling and The View co-host Anna Navarro.
Rumors are swirling. Big time. Everybody's talking about it, that two of the biggest names in music, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, might make appearances.
Holy shit, did you hear that? A completely unsubstantiated rumor about Taylor Swift and Beyonce. But in the meantime, give it up for Anna Navarro and Tony Goldwyn. Why are our news reporters talking out of their ass like that? This feels like hosting a birthday when you're 13 and being like, hey, my cousin says he knows Tony Hawk, so I don't know, he might show up. But even if you can't get into the convention itself, there's all sorts of things to see and do around town, like this thing.
The Planned Parenthood mobile clinic has also just arrived. They'll be offering free abortion medication, IUDs, and vasectomies.
A group called Americans for Contraception has a 20-foot inflatable IUD near the United Center. They've named it Frida.
Frida? Its name is Frida? That's a little confusing. The name Frida makes me think of my little old grandma, which actually is my preferred form of contraception. Actually, the truth is Frida is short for you are free to jizz inside me. Now, I knew Chicago would love that joke. Now, some men are out there and they see this and they're asking, is a regular IUD inflatable too? And the answer is yes, okay? The way an IUD works is you inflate it, you insert it into the uterus, and it waves its floppy arms like, get out of here, sperm. Get out of here, shoe. And while you're here, buy a Nissan. And mobile vasectomies, look, I'm not ragging on it or anything, but if I'm going to get my balls operated on, I'm going to need to be in a structure that won't 100% get towed. Now, for more on this, we go to Grace Kuhlenschmidt. Grace, the Democrats are really emphasizing reproductive rights this week.
Absolutely, Michael. This week is all about genitals. They've got the vasectomy vans, they've got the inflatable IUDs, and look, right behind me, they've installed a giant clitoris.
Actually, Grace, I think that's the bean.
Yeah. That's what I call it, too.
All right, Grace Kuhlenschmidt, everyone. Look. But while the DNC kicks off, the rest of the campaign is continuing, and Donald Trump is laser focused on the issues that are most important to American people.
They said, no, her biggest advantage is that she's a beautiful woman. I'm going, huh. I never thought of that. I'm better looking than she is. I'm a better looking person than Kamala.
Just so you know, man, just because you wear more makeup than Kamala doesn't mean you look better. Is this guy... Meanwhile, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz just finished a bus tour of Pennsylvania, and it seems like they had a good time. You know, you got Tim Walz handing Kamala Doritos, Doug Emhoff also handing Kamala Doritos, Kamala looking at that display case, wondering how long that hard-boiled egg has been there. Just have the Secret Service try it, Kamala. That's what they're there for. By the way, you just know Tim Walz is the happiest guy in the world to be spending this much time on a bus. He's probably on the bus. He's got his own map. You know, he's giving the driver advice. Oh, you could take the 34 to the 16, but honestly, the 7 to the 53, they got better rest stops. But Walz has also been carving out time for his own campaign rallies. Over the weekend, he had a rally in Nebraska, where he grew up. And while he was there, he threw down the gauntlet in a very Nebraska way.
Do you think J.D. Vance knows one damn thing about Nebraska? He's going to be here next week. You think he's ever had a runza? You think he's ever had a runza? That guy would call it a hot pocket. You know it. Every one of you in here know it.
Extremely regional slam. Walz got him good, I think. I mean, that was the most specific pandering I've ever heard. I had to look up what a runza is. It's basically meat stuffed inside bread, and apparently it's a regional favorite in Nebraska. Although I always say if regional meats are so good, they'd be national meats. And if that didn't happen, maybe they weren't ready for the big time, you know? For more on the Runza debate, we go live to Jordan Klepper. Jordan. That's right. Jordan, does all this regional pandering actually work?
Absolutely not, Michael. Voters are savvy, and this kind of pandering is treating them like idiots. You know, focus on the issues, like how is Tim Walz going to sustain a bull market? Because everybody loves the bulls. Go Bulls, you know?
Okay, so we agree, no pandering. Stick to the issues.
Yes. Walz needs to cut out the food talk. Focus on the substance. Beef it up. Make it spicy. And everyone knows the only way to do that is to throw a little jardiniere on there, you know? Who's with me, Chicago?
I don't know what that reference was, but obviously you're also pandering to this crowd.
Oh, what? No, look, Michael, no, I'm going deep on the issues. Deep like this town's delicious and far superior pizza. And I have to tell you, Michael, if you have a problem with that, just call me Lou Malnati, captaining the good ship Pequod, because the truth is my numero uno priority. So, yeah. Also, Giordano's.
Come on, man. This is cheap. I mean, I can rile a crowd up too, if you want me to. Like, hey, the Willis Tower isn't as high as the stakes in this election.
Stop. Nobody wants your stupid architecture references, Kosta. If I wanted a legitimate architecture tour, I'd take the L down to the West Loop, swing by Portillo's, head to East Wacker, hop on a Wendella tour boat, gaze off at the splendor faced by the architect Mies van der Rohe. So, ease up, Kosta, ease up on the pandering. These folks can see it from a mile away, like the Willis Tower, all right? Give it up.
But I said Willis Tower too.
Yeah, but you suck, you know, just like the Packers. Let's go, Chicago. Van der Rohe, Van der Rohe, Van der Rohe, Van der Rohe.
Jordan Klepper, everybody.